Data analytics is one of the hottest careers right now. And as a fresher, if you're thinking, how do I start? What skills do I need? How can I stand out? If these are the questions in your mind, then you are at the right place. Stick with me to discover the exact steps to become a data analyst in 2025. Hello everyone, welcome to WS Cube Tech channel. My name is Ayushi Jain, and guys, in today's video we'll be talking about how we can land a job as a data analyst as a fresher in 2025. Now guys, it's not very easy to land a job as a fresher, but with the right skills, a right approach, a lot of our students have landed their first role as a data analyst, and you can too. Let's discuss all of them one by one. Before we dive into different steps, first of all, let's understand the role of a data analyst. Guys, a data analyst is a person who's responsible for the extraction of data, getting informative insights out of data. He performs data cleaning, data modeling, he creates different kinds of visuals which gives us important information from the data. Now this process includes a lot of steps which can be performed on different types of tools which are used in different industry. If I talk about different industry over here, you can become a data analyst, you can become a financial analyst, you can become a product analyst, a marketing analyst, and there are so many roles in the category of data analyst. So with different tools, you can aim for different types of jobs in the role of data. But as a fresher, there is a lot of competition. How to crack this competition, how to stand out, let's understand that. That first thing that I'm talking about over here is our technical skills. You need to be strong with your technical skills, starting from understanding the concepts of data, understanding databases, and here you can learn about Excel too. So your first step would be that. See, data is something which is not very easily understandable. You need to first understand the logics behind it, how the data has been created, how it is being matched up with different tables, what are primary key, foreign key, basically the basics of data. See, fundamentals are something that is really very important, but a lot of people miss it. We see a lot of advanced concepts going on outside. We see a lot of YouTube videos where people are displaying advanced topics, or you're talking about advanced questions as well, which are asked in the interviews, but you forget to learn about the fundamentals. See, if you're not able to answer just the fundamentals, no interviewer is going to ask you advanced questions. Okay, they can relieve you even in the advanced question, but for them, your fundamentals, they should be strong. So make sure your fundamentals are strong, your concepts related to data are strong. Learn about Excel, learn about advanced Excel, learn about databases. For the databases, you can try for different databases. For the databases, you can do your hands-on activities, hands-on practices on different databases like MS SQL, MySQL, PostgreSQL, and so much more. So get your basics straight. Work on Excel, work on SQL, then you can work on visualization tool like Power BI and Tableau. Make sure you learn them, make sure you learn the basic concepts of them, data cleaning in them, data modeling in them, visualization, which chart to pick at what condition. That is something which is again really very important. How you can build dashboards and reports, again something really very important when it comes to visualization. A good understanding on statistics is really very important, guys. Basic descriptive statistics like understanding of mean, mode, medium, standard deviation, variance, correlation. These are some of the important topics in statistics that you must know. Then comes your Python as well, which could be an added advantage for you. So if you know Python, you can might be good with automation procedures as well, and the company could benefit from it. So having Python could be an additional advantage here. Then comes your machine learning as well. Again, just like Python, it is also an added advantage for a data analyst, but not something which is mandatory. Then comes your second important part over here. A lot of people loses their hope when they learn these tools because some of the tools can be overwhelming. Some of the concepts, some of the questions can be overwhelming. In SQL, for example, a lot of people face a lot of difficulties when they are dealing with subqueries, window functions, or in Power BI when they are talking about on advanced deck, a lot of people drop out about analytics at that time. So if you're someone who have made it through all the technical skills, while making it through your technical skills, make sure you gain your experience with projects as well, which is our second point right here. That is how you can gain your practical experience. For your practical experience, obviously, since you're not working anywhere, you are a fresher. In that case, you can get started with different data sets. These data sets are available on Kaggle. You can find a couple of data sets on GitHub as well, or you can find it on our government websites as well. You can pick data sets from there and practice on different data sets using different tools. Some of the famous projects could include sales analysis, e-commerce analysis, HR analytics, customer churn analysis. So these are some of the common projects which you can aim for. Then comes applying for the internships. You can also side by side apply for the internships. For example, when you're learning data analytics tools and you have learned a good amount of Excel, you can apply for those roles which just require Excel in case of data analysis. In your city, there could be some small companies which are not hiring for a data analyst role, or maybe hiring for a data analyst role, but for a very small level. So you can apply there as an intern. If they are paying you stipend, that's good. If not, just learn the work there. That would be really very helpful, because that can help you land a job even more easily. Then you can also participate for hackathons or different challenges as well. Not specifically of coding, but yeah, could be coding challenges for SQL, could be dashboarding challenges. There are many websites that gives you dashboard challenges as well. One of them is Workout Wednesday. You can also check for Maven project challenges. They also provide a lot of challenges. Every month they roll a challenge, so you can participate in them too. And it could be a healthy competition where you can showcase all the projects that you have created on your LinkedIn as well. So this was my second point over here, that gain a practical experience. Third point over here is your project portfolio. Make sure you have a strong project portfolio. As a fresher, you have no work experience which you can showcase in your resume or to your interviewer. In that case scenario, if you have a good project portfolio, that will help you a lot. In a good project portfolio, you need to have a project of each of your tools. I would recommend 2 projects of each of your tools, and one could be guided, another one could be unguided project. Unguided means the project which you have picked the dataset on your own, which is not available anywhere out there on the YouTube. You have picked the dataset on your own. You have created some of the cleaning steps. You have created a couple of questions which you want to solve based on that dataset, created a project out of it. That could be one of your unguided project. Or you can think of a project idea and maybe execute it using Python as well. To showcase your portfolio, you can upload them on GitHub as well. You can showcase your project on LinkedIn too. That will also help you bring more network and more engagement on your post. Number 3, you can also go to some websites which allow you to create portfolio website as well, where you can attach the link of your project and also add a description to it. So this would be my third suggestion over here, guys. Next comes resume and LinkedIn optimization. I have seen a lot of resumes that students send to me, not just the students who I mentor, but also another students as well, asking for jobs or references. And trust me, 70 to 80% of them do not qualify at all. There are so many mistakes. People don't just Google it that how to create a proper ATS friendly resume. A lot of people are making the mistakes, even though everything is there on the internet, very easily accessible. So it's really very important to work on your resume, to work on your LinkedIn optimization, which is my fourth suggestion over here, that work on creating ATS friendly resume and LinkedIn optimization. For ATS friendly resume, you can check out for the different steps available on the internet about creating an ATS friendly resume. It includes different things like not adding graphics to your resume, right? Saying out properly your abbreviations if there are any. For example, instead of writing SQL, or along with writing SQL, I wouldn't say instead, but along with writing SQL, you can also write structured query language. Okay, that would be really, very helpful. When you are writing EDA in your resume, you can also mention in the bracket exploratory data analysis. Make sure you have enough keywords which are stuffed there. Also, it should not be overstuffed with the keywords. There are many points related to creating an ATS friendly resume which you can check out easily, and make sure that your ATS score is good. Next comes your LinkedIn optimization. People, you need to understand that nowadays networking is something which is helping a lot to people. So make sure your LinkedIn is optimized. When you're applying for a job, in the resume, if you have added your LinkedIn, your recruiter is definitely going to go to your LinkedIn once. He'll go through all the certificates you might have mentioned, all the projects that you might have added. He will go through your portfolio or your profile as well. So make sure it is properly optimized. If you have certificates which you have mentioned in your resume, make sure they are updated on LinkedIn as well. If you have created projects which are on your resume, make sure they are also uploaded on your LinkedIn as well. So there are so many things that you can do in order to optimize LinkedIn. So make sure your LinkedIn is properly optimized. It should have, in the About Me section, it should have clear and concise paragraph about you, which should also have good keywords as well. In the heading, do not write aspiring data analyst or aspiring data enthusiast. That is not what recruiters are looking for. You can call yourself a data analyst even though you are a fresher. So you can write a data analyst in the heading, not in the work experience, but in the heading. While we are talking about optimizing your LinkedIn, also make sure to make a lot of connections on LinkedIn. Connection should be the one which is of your domain. So try to reach out to people who are already working as a data analyst, business analyst, or any other roles which comes in the category of data. You can reach out to them, you can ask for their help, you can understand their day-to-day work as well. While you're just learning the skills of data analytics, start doing this right away then, so that you can understand how people are working in different company and what are their day-to-day responsibilities. If you're able to understand those things, it would be really very helpful for your learning journey as well, as you'll get to know a lot of things, and you'll get to know how things are working in the industry. So that is something which is going to be really very helpful. So start networking from the day one. If you are learning actually for the role of a data analyst, if you have started your learning journey from the day one, start creating and optimizing your LinkedIn profile, and start connecting with people, start networking with them. There is not just LinkedIn where you can network with people. There are different kinds of groups, communities as well. In a lot of programs, they have their own communities too, where you can network with your peers and collaborate with them on the project and share ideas with them as well. Next point that I'm going to discuss over here is applying for the jobs with the right approach. Guys, a lot of you say that I have a resume which is ATS friendly, I have my LinkedIn optimized, I have my portfolio, I also have my projects which are of different domains, also includes multiple tools as well. I have good technical skills as well, soft skills too, including business acumen or communication as well. But then what lacks over here is how you're applying for the job. See, don't believe in quantity of applying, believe in quality of applying. When you're applying for a job, check out for the job description, mold your resume according to that, tailor it a little bit, and then apply for that specific job. If you feel like you are getting ghosted after applying for the jobs and you're not getting any responses waiting for 10 to 15 days, stop applying for directly from LinkedIn or Naukri. You can go to the career pages of different companies and apply from there too. Also, look out for referral, guys. Chances of you getting a job increases by 5 to 10 times more if you are being referred by someone who is already working in the company. So look for referrals more and more. Create good connections, whether it could be on LinkedIn or on any community that you are a part of. You can also attend different webinars and go for data analytics meetups as well. These are also really helpful events where you can network with people. If it is online, well and good, but if it is offline, do go for it, because networking with people becomes much more efficient when it is in person. So do go for any meetups of data analytics happening in your city, or if even if you have to travel a little bit, but if it is a good event which is going to happen. And if you are all done with all these tips, make sure you are prepared for the interviews, because if you get a call from a company, make sure you are done with the HR screening part, that when they call you, how you are responding to them, your technical interview, your HR interview, your behavioral round, how you're answering, your structure of answers. These all things should be really very good and should be on point. So you should not miss any of the chances. Even though if your interview goes bad, it would actually be an experience for you to learn, and also you'll get to know that how you can actually apply for a job and actually get a call back. So guys, these were some of the steps that can help you land your job as a fresher in 2025. But if you want all of these things at one place, whether it is your technical skills, soft skills, projects creation, networking, a community where you can interact with people, your LinkedIn optimization, resume, helping you preparation of your interviews, including mock interviews or any kinds of different types of rounds, whether it is technical, HR rounds. If you want all of these things in one place, we have something amazing for you. WS Cube Tech has recently launched their data analytics mentorship program, and we are offering all of these things along with so much more in our cohorts to our students. So if you're someone who is aspiring to become a data analyst, this program is something that can be life changing for you. If you want to be a part of our program, the link to our program is given in our description. Check it out now. So today guys, we have talked about a multiple of the steps that can help you land your first job as a data analyst in 2025. I hope this video was helpful, And if you like this video, do like, share, and subscribe. And if you want to be a part of a community, we regularly share job updates, master classes updates, podcasts, interviews, and so much more. In that case, you can join our WhatsApp channel. The link to our WhatsApp channel is also added to our description. Thank you for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more such videos.